Alrighty, boys. Moment of truth. Let's see this bad boy.
CVEC pipes. These are for the real Nitro gangsters out there.
There it is. Wow, this thing is beautiful.
CVEC pipe is on. We just have the traxxas pipe hanging off, you know, chilling. Let's start her up.
Here we go.
What's up, Nitro Gang? I'm sitting here with a pair of T-maxxes. This is T-maxx Tony's favorite 3.3, and this classic 2.5 is another fellow Nitro Gang member's RC, Mike. In the last video, I showed you guys how we removed the engine, and then I was able to fix it. It was seized. The issue was not as common as I expected. The one-way bearing, and let me show you exactly what happened to it. I have it in a couple pieces here in my hand. Right, the back plate broke. I tried to remove this one-way bearing, but it is somehow totally seized. I wound up replacing everything. The motor is good. We now have compression. It spins. We replaced the back plate, replaced the one-way bearing, also the starting shaft. With the bodies off, I figured it'd be a great time to examine both of these close up. The original T-maxx over there and my 3.3 over here. Now, yes, they look almost identical because they are T-maxxes, right? But they do have major differences. One of the best things about the 3.3 model is there is no reverse. You guys could see this little piece right here in the transmission. This is the reverse elimination. The 3.3 never comes with reverse. Now, the way the Classic is set up, right there, Mike is pointing to the reverse linkage. There's a third channel operated servo that engages your reverse. Now, yes, I would say that is a really cool selling point, but oftentimes people just wind up putting in a forward-only conversion. Now, I think this one might actually get that in the future, but for now, the transmission seems to be shifting. We know the two-speed does engage, because I recall yelling two-speed baby at one point or another. You remember that, Mike?
Two-speed baby, I can't wait.
That's right. We had a whole crowd yelling it out there. But guys, honestly, when you look at these two up close, the T-maxx Classic is not much smaller than the 3.3. Now, yes, 3.3 is a little bit taller, but it does have the slightly extended chassis. We're ready to install the motor back in. First thing I'm going to do is put on this yellow ground wire for the Easy Start system. Just goes in on top here through the bolt. As long as it touches anything on the block that's metal, that's all you need it to really do. You don't necessarily have to use this one screw, but we're just doing it exactly as it was by Traxxas. Next thing, I'm going to connect the Easy Start wires. Just because it's easy, I already have very good access to it. Now, notice on top here, there is a little bit of a red dot. This is the positive terminal. Make sure you do not mix up which terminal it is, because then your motor is going to spin in the reverse direction.
That's pretty much dummy proof right there.
Yeah. Dude, Traxxas designed this thing for the ultimate noob, which there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. We're all noobs one way or another, you know?
Gotta learn somehow.
Yeah. It's in dummy proof, as Mike said. I like that. That was a good line. How do we get this fuel line in? Okay. Now, the order here really is kind of arbitrary. I just put things in, you know, first come, first serve type of basis. I'm going to put the fuel line in because it's just easier. The way they have the fuel line routed here to the carburetor, all the way on the inside, like over here, really hard to get to. Okay, we're gonna slide it on there real good. All right.
There we go. That seems good.
You gotta be a freaking bodybuilder to do this. Okay. I have a couple years of training left, but I'll get there eventually. Okay. Next thing. Take a moment to think about what you're doing, okay? Yeah, the way this is positioned, we should probably get this in there first. Okay.
There we go.
Okay, so the motor is in there. This is just gonna snap the throttle arm back on to the carb here. It's in, and boom. It's quite a nice looking package. The way Traxxas has designed all this, it's pretty straightforward, easy design. What else we gotta do? We gotta, well, first mount, yeah, get the plug wire in there. But I think, yeah, let's just stick it in there. When in doubt, stick it in there. Time to put the engine screws back in. I'm gonna apply a little bit of blue thread lock here.
Let's keep that baby nice and tight on there.
That's right, nice and tight. All right. The first hole is always the hard one. Man, I didn't really even mean to say that, but I mean, that's just the reality. The first one is like your main one.
Okay. Is this thing lined up good enough?
We're gonna line it up as soon as we get all 4 in there.
Yep, she's going in nice now.
Yeah. Last thing, just gotta mount the exhaust. Mike's on installing the back pressure line here to the top of the fuel tank. You gotta get yourself a co-host and assistant, guys. Pays dividends, literally. All right. I'll put the exhaust bracket back in here. You know, a lot of people, they're like always thinking, well, are these things hard to work on? I just want to get an electric. I don't know much about nitro. What do you have to say about that, Mike? It's not that bad.
Yeah, this is pretty quick from my first impressions on taking things apart. I've never worked on these before, so.
Yeah, it's not bad. Pretty straightforward.
I hear the Revo, though, is a nightmare.
Oh, yeah. The Revo, man. I know a lot of you guys out there are still asking me to examine what happened to my Revo Survivor Edition. In fact, let me get it for you.
Got the little,
That's from the Survivor, bro. It was during the COVID outbreak. It was wearing a mask.
Oh, okay. They gotta protect the RCs, too.
Yeah. Oh! Oh, cartwheel, cartwheel. That was my fault. That was my fault. Got some bad news, guys. I just went to try to start it. I'm not sure, but it might be hydrolocked. I think I'm gonna go home, try to remove the coolant head on the motor, you know, do a little bit of motor maintenance and inspection. I'm not gonna let this thing die. We in fact do have a bunch of water in the engine. I'm amazed by how clean the piston is. I don't think the water is actually even pissing me off right now. I'm gonna lick it. Oh man, yeah, it's salt water, guys.
And it's not looking good. Seems then that if you want to kill one of these things, the beach, the sea, salt water is the answer.
A pretty long cartwheel there during some of the run, and it wound up flipping right into the water. Look at that. It's like some kind of goo jello. This must have happened from, you know, the salt water, the nitro. I don't know what the physical properties of something like this is, but it's pretty disgusting. I would not consider this a very tasty jello.
Astonishingly, the Toyota was not dead. So it had survived the West Country, and that won't stop it.
Mike, this RC is famous. You know what happened to this one? I flipped it into the ocean, and then the motor got seized, full of salt water.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I did it on purpose, guys. I don't want you to think that I, you know, didn't do my proper maintenance on it. I purposely left salt water in it for like 2 days, because I wanted to see what would happen. Anyway, I removed the motor. This is an OS18TZ, one of the best direct drop-in motors you could get for a Revo. These things make like, I think, 2.2 horsepower. From a 0.18.
This filter's huge too.
Oh yeah, that's a motor saver air filter. Anyways, right now it is fully seized. It turned off at during a high-speed run, and I have not examined what's wrong with it. Now maybe it's the same bearing issue you had, but I really suspect mechanical damage.
I think it's seized.
It's beyond seized. It's busted.
This is another project for us to work on.
Yeah, but people have been harassing me about repairing this motor for like a long time now, but honestly, I've just been so upset about ruining one of the best nitro motors ever that I just cannot get myself to do it. This is the Revo Survivor Edition, bro. It's gonna live forever. Don't even matter what happens.
I feel the sand coming off of it still.
Well, we drove it in the sand, flipped it into salt water, I baked the motor in the oven, and it worked. And then it got seized after like about a quart of fuel, so I don't think it was related to the salt water damage. If you guys already know the saying, nitro will never die, this is not gonna die. We're gonna get this up and running soon. I don't care if I have to replace the motor. The Revo Survivor Edition is gonna live. It still even has its mask on right here.
Let's turn on the radio first, always, before we turn on the receiver on the car. Oh, there we go. We got some action.
Steering is on point.
Okay, let's see. Where's the carb thing here?
Okay, carb opens up normally. You always just want to verify all of your carb linkages are as you had them set. And now, we're gonna go outside. It's nighttime right now. The Nitrogang is hungry, but we gotta make sure this thing starts up. Mike, what fuel are we using right here?
Byron's, baby. The best.
The best. I think this is like one of the last gallons at our local hobby store, right? When you went and got it?
Yeah, he's only got, I think he's only got helicopter fuel now.
Right, so helicopter fuel. Byron race fuels, baby, Gen 2.
The richer than Donald Trump edition.
Yeah, the richer than Donald Trump. You know, the reason we say that is because it's 16% oil. We're not even joking. This is the rich man's fuel in terms of oil content.
Except I'm not that rich. All right, boys, here we go.
Time to start her up.
Let's put some...
It's dark out here, guys, just so you know. You see that? If I turn the light off, we're using a pretty high-end light panel over here.
Only put about half a tank.
Yep, only the best for the T-maxx. Light panels in the dark, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. That's on.
First start. Hopefully nothing's wrong with the one-way bearing. Let's put our foot in the front. The Nitrogang foot, of course. Special foot.
Uh-oh. Is it not in all the way? There we go.
Oh, thank God it pumps, it spins over. That's a good sign. It's okay, our idle's a little low. Oh yeah. T-maxx, baby, you can't kill it. That's right, thumbs up. Oh yeah.
Got a little smoke up here.
That's okay, it's just the oil. Maybe show a little oil burning off. I think our glow plug isn't sealed. It's normal, right? Yeah. Alright, shut it down. There's a bunch of oil in there. It looks like the glow plug was a little bit loose, so we're gonna get someone to screw it in. Go ahead, Mike, screw that in.
Yeah, I think I might have tinkered with it. I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna put my phone down
So
here.
you probably got to do like a quarter of a turn.
Oh, yeah, it's a little bit loose.
Yeah.
Okay.
So loose. So now we're gonna start it up again, and it should be fine. And I heard you say we have a special surprise somewhere. What is it? I know the Nitro gangsters out there. You guys know this. I'm gonna call you a gangster because you gotta be high-level stuff to know what CVEC is, baby. Years ago, these were pretty much some of the best pipes you can get other than THS. They were famous for being tunable. So there used to be a baffle inside that pipe that you could adjust.
There is.
I don't know, this looks like a single piece pipe right now.
Yeah.
I can't tell. You guys want to see us put it on? We just might.
All right.
All right, stick that wire back in. The glow plug wire.
Yep.
You got to get it in there really good. Like, you got to push it down.
I have needle nose too.
Don't pretend you're Donald Trump touching people in places, you know? Don't pretend you're doing that.
My fingers are too fat.
Okay, it's in there. It looks okay. Starts right up, baby. You could always count on your T-maxx. Looks okay, right?
Yeah. Alrighty, boys. Moment of truth. Let's see this bad boy.
CVEC
Okay.
pipes. These are for the real Nitro gangsters out there.
There it is. Wow, this thing is beautiful.
Yeah. Guys, I'm coughing because of the nitro fumes. I do it for Nitrogang.
No COVID here.
No COVID. This is nitro fumes. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out a way on how to mount it with the stock hanger here. But you know what? Just slide off that stock plastic pipe, and we'll just put it in temporarily. Is it hot? No, it should be okay.
Woo!
Yeah, it's a little hot. Ah, traxxas has really good connections, bro.
Woo!
Yeah. Question is, can we slide off this coupler, the blue one?
I can't see what.
Is it gonna slide off?
There
It's
goes
okay. We
that.
can put that back on.
Okay, yeah, came right
Okay,
off.
it slides off.
Let's see. Too big. Too big.
Try the. Okay, too big, right? That's right.
Nice. Okay. So we got the coupler with
Zip
two
ties.
zip ties.
It's weird. It says it's designed for 0.12 to 0.15 engines, but this is like a giant coupler. This is like a 0.21 size coupler right here.
Such a
Yeah,
big.
the zip tie is not complying, bro. Zip tie is not complying.
There we go. Okay. Put it on there too much. There we go. Okay, right about there. That should be good. Baby.
CVEC pipe is on. We just have the traxxas pipe hanging off, you know, chilling. Let's start her up.
Here we go.
We just want to hear it. It sounds almost the same.
Yeah.
It sounds the same. I can't tell the difference.
No.
Yeah. See if your reverse works.
Oh yeah.
Reverse works.
No reverse lockout today, baby.
That's right. Reverse is in action.
Let's see if it goes forward again. Oh,
It's good.
we're 2 for 2.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, that
Well, it sounds the same. This might be like a top speed pipe. We gotta see, you know.
Yeah.
Just how it sounds is not really a factor. But yeah, dude, it runs, it starts. I would say Nitrogang is pretty happy today. What do you think?
baby. Yeah, we're good to go, man. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Yeah, we're gonna do some crazy top speed runs with this soon. Of course, I heard T-maxx Tony might take out his classic favorite green 3.3 T-maxx. But there it is, Nitrogang. Thanks so much for watching. You're gonna see this again, don't you worry. Later, we're out.
I can't wait to get it fired up.
Right now, okay, you're gonna say it. Right now, we're gonna put the engine back in, and then we're gonna try to fire it up.
So right now, we're gonna try to put this bad boy back in the truck. I'm gonna try to fire it up in a couple minutes here. Blue thread locker, yes.
To be honest with you, like I honestly don't really need it, because when we took it off, there was no thread lock.
Right.
But you know,
It's safe than sorry.
we don't want nobody to harass me later.
Oh, you
while the
didn't
thread
use
lock
thread
over
locker.
here.
You're gonna give the internet trolls.
Oh yeah.